Alright, you read the title. Let's not waste any time. I think it's safe to assume that Italy is in Italy, but that's not good enough for me. I looked all over the place to try to find more clues as to where it might be, but all of the signs are pretty vague. Like, this mailbox doesn't even have the city name on it. None of the signs or businesses specify where they're located. All in all, though, it's pretty easy to get a general area because of this big fat hint left in the 3D skybox. This city is nestled in some pretty huge mountains, and I'm just going to assume that these are the Alps and not one of the lesser ranges in Italy. If I overlay this map of cities and this map of mountain cover, I'm going to assume that Italy is located in one of these cities. If we want to be more precise, we can roll back the game to CSGO, where there's a sign that says Bixio, which is a stand-in for the real-life town Brixen, which is in this region. Let's just segue into the other one that's probably in Italy, Inferno. Wait, I've got big news for you. This video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey, the cheap and easy way to trade out your old skins for something fresh. You can use code PENGUIN on the site to get two things. First off, you get $5 after you complete your first trade with a maximum bonus if you spend $100 on the site. And secondly, you get a 5% bonus when adding balance to the site. Combined with the 30% deposit bonus SkinsMonkey offers already, that's an extra 35% for you to spend. Follow my link in the description or the pinned comment and start trading today. Sorry about that, something came over me. Inferno. This map is also clearly in Italy. Italian is everywhere all over the map, and there are also Italian flags. Unlike the previous map though, there are no mountains in the skybox, just typical Italian rolling hills. So we can at least cross off that mountainous area from before. I also don't think we're in the Po Valley, as the land shown in this map is not very flat, unlike most of the areas surrounding the Po River. From there it gets pretty tough. I'm kinda grasping at straws, I will admit, but the name of the terrorist faction in CSGO that was on Inferno is the Separatists. This implies the existence of a separatist faction in this area. Comparing the maps of areas that I've crossed off with areas that have active separatist movements, or at least separatist sentiment of some kind, it seems that Sardinia is the most likely candidate. Looking at the architecture on the island, it matches up fairly well with Inferno. This is a bit of a long shot, but it's my best guess. Keeping us in Europe, Overpass. If only there was some large structure that would tell us exactly where this map is. Oh, cool. Berlin. Next. Speaking of large structures that tell us exactly where a map is, Anubis. We're in Memphis, Tennessee. It's time for Dust 2. French and Arabic being present, as well as the general climate, means that we're probably in Algeria, Morocco, or Lebanon. This chicken is actually quite important to us because it's sick as hell and would probably go hard in a shirt. However, one of the original creators of Counter-Strike, Jess Cliff, has said that the map is located in Morocco, so that cuts it down. We can also probably remove the parts of Morocco that were part of colonial Spain as well, as they'd probably speak Spanish and not French. The other Dusty map is Mirage, and it also features French, so once again, either Algeria, Morocco, or Lebanon. Based off of architecture, I'm going to eliminate Lebanon. To be honest, Mirage needs more lore, like there really is nothing here. Just because Dust 2 is in Morocco and I kind of want more variety, I'm going to settle with Algeria. Also, this part of Algeria is like desert, so it's probably not there. Let's just run with this. Now we descend into American map hell, starting with Nuke. This map is set in Cedar Creek. The problem is that there are kind of a lot of places in the United States named Cedar Creek. We're lucky though, because in Trophy Room, these awards are from the Oak Ridge Institute for Science and Education, which is located in Tennessee. Nuke is officially set in Cedar Creek, Tennessee. Office is clearly also an American map. They seem to drink a lot of Alpine Sweat in this office, which is obviously a stand-in for Mountain Dew. In case you didn't know, Mountain Dew is banned in the European Union because it is toxic sludge. I bought a bottle of Mountain Dew and now it's a business expense. It clearly snows here a lot, meaning we can kind of cross out the entire south. Also, the buildings are tall and we're clearly in a pretty big city, so I'm just going to assume it's somewhere in the northeast. I'm going to say Boston because that makes the actions of the terrorists more morally acceptable. Vertigo is in the United States as well, and it seems to be pretty clear-cut in New York. The terrorists have Italian accents, and there are a lot of Italian Americans in New York City. Also, they have the iconic New York yellow cabs down below. Kinda fucked up that the map about blowing up the tower is in New York. That was the lowest hanging fruit joke that I have ever made. And finally, Ancient. Memphis, Tennessee. After that, I think it's fair to say that Counter-Strike moving off of the global offensive branding was a good decision. I still think that the diversity of setting in Counter-Strike is cool as fuck though, and we should strive for it. The community map Akiba has an awesome setting. I played it in a 10-man recently and it was really fun. And of course also beautiful and unique. I think a setting that has been barely explored in Counter-Strike that I would love for the game to visit is Brazil. especially since there is a huge Brazilian fanbase who would love it. Maybe it's because I'm blinded by my love for the CSGO community map Dharma, but I really want to see a map set in India. This map is awesome, and I'm glad that Gino is working on a CS2 remake. Some of you might have been thinking about this already, but 2 current maps have actually changed location over the course of their evolutions. Mirage is the first. Originally, Mirage was not actually called Mirage, it was called CPL Strike. This map used many assets from Inferno, which leads me to believe that it was also set in Italy. The other map that has moved since its conception is far more interesting, as it has moved not once, not twice, but 3 separate times. DE Nuke, in its first release in the Counter-Strike beta, reused assets from the original Half-Life. This went as far as the map even having Black Mesa Research Facility logos all over the place. The map itself looks like it's straight out of the Half-Life section's surface tension. At this point, Nuke was located in Black Mesa. In Source, the setting of Nuke was redone to be a more generic American power plant. I don't know exactly where, but it clearly has moved out of Black Mesa as the topography is vastly different. At the start of Global Offensive, Nuke remained roughly the same as it was in Source. However, there was one major change. The map moved to Germany. You can tell based on the German name and the use of the German CT models. This version of Nuke is the map featured in the Counter-Strike Global Offensive trailer. And finally, after the Nuke remake 8 years ago in 2016, Nuke moved once more to where it is now. I really enjoy this evolution. Well, here it is, a map of every competitive map currently in CS2. I think I'll add to this map as the game continues to evolve. Hopefully, by the time we're a few years into the life cycle of the game, it'll be a lot more filled out. At the end of the day though, Counter-Strike's maps aren't real places with real-life histories. The histories that matter at the end of the day with these maps are the ones that we forge through our gameplay, the battles won and lost. Counter-Strike is a game that builds on itself. At first, these maps are just collections of boxes to run through and occasionally shoot enemies. But as you play, you build memories of these boxes and these locations. B-Site Inferno is not just a bomb site to me, it's the spot that my friend couldn't find where the bomb was planted that one time. A-Site Overpass reminds me of that one crazy 1v4 I got. The point is, we all have memories like this. The real setting of Counter-Strike has nothing to do with the detailing and the actual map itself. Through the art of our own lived experiences, we create the setting. And that's a beautiful thing. Thank you. And there we are, that is one more video in the books. Hopefully this will be the first in a couple. I am currently working on one, I kind of have like the first little section of it finished, so hopefully that one will finish soon, but it's kind of a large scale, so it might take a while. But either way, you have something to look forward to in that. I also urge you, if you want to keep talking to me, learn more about me, join my Discord, it's in the description. Also, follow me on Twitter. I've been tweeting a lot lately, kind of made it a personal goal to be more active on there, and I think I've succeeded. But yeah, past that, if you like the video, smash that like button. I've heard that makes the like button do a little funny thing, so check that out, actually, see if that works. And also, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. But I've yapped long enough. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.